Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Messages from Above with Toni G. Toni is a world-renowned psychic medium. She has had the gift of being a psychic medium and channel her entire life. Toni hosts 2 TV shows, Create a Life You Love and Psychic Medium Toni G. She is also the author of 5 books. Being a healer and a hypnotist as well, it is her purpose and her passion to help you in every way she can. Phone lines are open now. Call in 858-365-5593 and let Toni answer your questions about life, love, finances, or help you connect with a loved one on the other side. Enjoy the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Messages from Above with Toni G. I am here to help you on your journey with some guidance. So, before we get started today, I want to let you know I'm here every Monday at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I go for 30 minutes answering questions, helping people connect to loved ones. If you get through today, please have your question ready. Have an exact, direct question. The question cannot be, tell me about my year, my week, my month, an exact question. If you want to connect with a loved one, please let me know the name of the loved one and the relationship to you that the loved one was. The reason I do it this way is there are a lot of people that call in every single week. They're hoping to get through. And just to make the readings more efficient and effective, just a direct question or a direct connection is always the best. Also, I host my TV show, Psychic Medium Toni G, tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. So if you don't get through today, please don't hesitate to call in tomorrow. I will be utilizing Blog Talk Radio for that show also. Okie dokie. I think that's everything. So I'm going to go to the very first caller. 951, how are you today?
Hey, it's Nathaniel. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Hey, Nathaniel, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for calling in. How can I help you today?
I'm just, I have this cancer dilemma here. So, I was just seeing what you think. I'm trying to avoid surgery and taking apricot kernels and black seed oil and a few other things and stuff, and trying to watch my diet and stuff. I wanted to see what you.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to. We're going to do. First, let's do a healthy mind. I want to start with a healthy mind because all things start in the mind, I believe. So we're going to say we have a healthy mind. I get a no. We're going to clear that to a yes. What we think about the most ends up happening within us or, around us. So I can't advocate anybody not getting a surgery that a doctor recommends that they get. But I can say there are a number of different ways to move energy, and we are energetic beings. And being energetic beings, if we move certain energies around, we can do much better. I would also If you know someone in your area with a biomat, I would get on that biomat as much as you can.
You say?
Biomat,
What did you say?
Biomat, B-I-O-M-A-T. There's a cancer protocol. Now, I have a biomat. I have one in my office. I'm a distributor of biomats. But there is a cancer protocol with the biomat that will help you there's a cancer protocol. So I researched that cancer protocol and see if you feel like that feels right to you. What actually heals people is what they believe will heal them. I do believe that you are going to have some decisions you're going to have to make by the end of the month. You're going to feel like you're being forced into these decisions. They're asking you to have patience and look at long-term results rather than short-term goals. Okay? Make sure that you are utilizing every avenue that you can is the message that I'm getting. Utilize every avenue that you can, and don't feel pressured into anything. Work within your time frame, doing what feels, and again, what feels right is the most important thing for you. Don't allow yourself to be coerced or manipulated. Okay? Now, stability is always a challenge with you. Even though you have a gypsy soul, you don't mind being out and about and traveling the world. Actually, you're more comfortable being on the road than you are having what most people would consider a stable living condition. You like going from one place to the next and having that adventure, so to say, but when you don't have the reason or the resources to fulfill that gypsy soul, it's very difficult for you to have stability in one place. So they're asking that you look at why that is. Is it that you don't want it and you just want to be, like in a caravan? Or is it that you are finding it just challenging to remain in one place for any period of time? And if that's the case, then figure out why that is, so that you can have that stability, whatever that looks like for you. And they're also asking you to reach very deep down, and do some meditations that help you figure out the why to this, rather than the solution to it, because the why is often the solution. Okay? So, does all of this make sense to you so far?
Yes. I am there's cards, and I guess I'm a 5 of spades, and that's kind of a gypsy card, so I travel a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm in a really nice place now, and I don't really like moving. I lived in a lot of places for a long time. I had a house for over 18 years, and I kind of don't want to move.
But your gypsy soul says...
I seem to find a really good place, though, where I am now.
Okay.
And both my landlord and my landlord's son, they really want me to have the surgery. They think that's the only way. and I really don't want to have it, if I don't need it, I kind of really don't like, having to depend on the medical system, and I know that there's a lot of bad things, and I don't know if you've heard about a Rife machine. It's supposed to kill cancer from David Serenia, and there's different things. They cost a couple $1,000 or something, but I'm trying to do some good things, and I'm really not feeling bad right now. So I don't know if I should, really want to do it. If I'm, but all the uncertainty is probably bad.
It's a very big decision, and nobody can make that decision for you except you. There are a lot of people I know that say if they ever got cancer, they would never take the Western medicine route.
Yeah.
And then there are people that can't get into the doctor and get it out of them fast enough. It's very individual. It's very private. There's only what you believe that will work. There are people who have healed themselves from meditation or cleared the cells or healed the cells from meditation, and then there are people who have died from the thought of dying. The mind is a very powerful thing. You have to make sure you're in alignment, and you're not what anybody else says, but you're 100% in alignment with what your choices are. Nobody can tell you do this or don't do that. This is a very personal decision about your care and how you are going to proceed. But you have to believe 100% in those decisions. You can't kind of roll the dice and say, well, I hope this works. You have to 100% believe. With the Western medicine, there's no guarantee. But there is no guarantee no matter what. So you have to make sure that whatever decision you're making, that you are 100% okay with it, and you are 100% in alignment with it as it pertains to you. People tell you have surgery. People tell you get parts cut out of you. People tell you go get chemo, which shuts down and kills every organ in the body because of fear. And this is how they know how to handle it. It's just what they've heard. It's what they've seen. Me, I can't tell you what to do. What I can tell you is within this month, by the end of the month, you're going to have your answer of what you want to do and what you need to do, what's working for you. By the end of this month, you will know exactly what's working, and you'll be able to follow that, okay?
Okay. Hey, well, thanks a lot, Toni.
Of course, Nathaniel. Please keep me posted. Make your decisions based in faith. Oh, you're far too kind. Make your decisions based in faith, and get a second opinion. Look at some acupuncturists and get a second. I'm just kidding. You need a second opinion.
I've already had acupuncture a couple times, and I'm doing yoga for it and meditation and massage. I get massages for the back end and stuff. So, I'm it actually feels better in the last couple of weeks because I had a hernia operation right in the first chakra. So it's right in the first chakra area, and there's that mesh in there. So it's kind of like hiding behind the mesh or something. So it's kind of been disguised as the hernia stuff. So I'm just trying to deal with that area, and it feels kind of better. I've lost a little weight. I lost a lot more weight earlier in the year, and then I gained it back 3 months ago, and then I seem to be losing it now. I'm really watching my diet and stuff. Something said something, well, it's like you're losing a little weight. But I'm really, sometimes, like today my landlord stuff wanted to have a conversation with me or before work in the morning, so it was kind of oppressing to try to explain to him, well, I really don't want to go the surgical route. And they think, yeah, well, the doctors know and all these people and da-da-da-da and everything. Well, I'm trying the different, apricot kernels and everything.
Ask your landlord to give you three weeks, and from there, you'll be able to produce. I feel like if you ask your landlord for 3 weeks, by that point, you'll be able to produce something that shows significant change for yourself. And I do think that you should get a recheck in about a month and make sure that everything you're doing is working and living up to your standards. I feel like you're going to know within the month, though, which gives us about 2 weeks. You're going to know within the month exactly what's working and what steps you're comfortable taking next. And that is going to be everything for you. This is all about self-care. This is not just removing something from your body. It's a whole new way of living for you. It's a whole new way of caring for yourself, and it has to be a long-term solution, not a momentary resolution. So whatever you're going to do, you have to embrace it and keep going with it because that's what's going to keep you the healthiest the longest, okay?
Yeah, that's what's really going to work.
Yeah, and within 2 weeks, you're going to know for sure. But within 2 weeks, you're going to know for sure. Now, something interesting when you brought up the mesh for the hernia, a lot of people aren't aware of this, but I recently became aware. I have a lot of female friends who have had breast cancer, and with breast cancer, they automatically put in breast implants now. And the company Allergan, with their breast implants, a lot of those breast implants are causing lymphoma in women. Now, here's the part that astounds me. The FDA has ordered Allergan to remove the breast implants that are on the shelf, but not the ones inside of women. Yeah, right? Like, okay, the ones on the shelves really can't hurt anybody until they're put in somebody, but they have not been ordered by the FDA, and they won't do it on their own because, well, heaven forbid they take that proactive solution
Yeah, they seem to be.
To stop lymphoma, possibly causing lymphoma in women. But the mesh that you're using, this brings to mind this story because, a lot of things that they're putting inside of us, it's a foreign substance, and could that be the cause? I would research that. In either case, it doesn't mean that you're stuck with it. It means find the resolve that is best for you. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm really, they're really not listening to me over there at the doctor's office. So I have a phone appointment, and it's better to get more stuff during the phone appointment, because if you go in, you got to park and everything. But you seem to get distracted, because the surgeon brought in some newer intern, and he was, flicking the pencil and asking, for the pen, and he seemed to get, kind of carried away. If I would have had a conversation with him on the phone, it would have been more direct, my thing, instead of kind of just messing around,
And doctors, and it's their job to say this is what you need to do and to be in control of that situation. And so I would strongly recommend. I would strongly recommend that. Here's what I'm going to say. Intuitively, what I'm getting in 2 weeks, you're going to know. You're going to know your next step of action, your next course of action within that 2-week time. By month end, you are going to know like you know, like you know. And you're going to be so happy with it. I think that you need to set up a follow-up appointment just to say, let's double check this. Maybe ask if you can go to another doctor and have it checked. And see,
that might be good for a second opinion. That may make it more legal. If I want a second opinion,
Yeah, you can definitely ask for a second opinion.
Fresh blood, other than rather than saying,
and then
I already did this.
Yeah, you just get a second opinion. Wait about, it'll probably take you a bit of time to get that opinion. But by the end of the month, you're going to know, and you'll be very comfortable or content are the words that I'm getting with this. Okay, sweetie?
Okay, thanks so much, Toni. Have a good day.
Nathaniel, you too, and please keep me posted, and I'll be thinking of you and sending prayers your way.
You're super. I'll probably text you or something on Facebook if I see your post or something.
Perfect. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get to it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I am going to go directly to the next caller, who is 269. Hello, 269. How are you today?
Good, Toni. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Pam. I'm calling from Michigan. Excuse me, Michigan.
Oh, you're my neighbor, kind of.
I'm from Southwest Michigan.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of border each other, so that's a good thing. So how can I help you today?
Well, I have concerns around jobs. A job, just one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's your question? Let's put this in the form of a question so I can get you the best answer possible.
Will I obtain a good job soon? That fits my work experience and my interests.
Okay, so they're saying it's all relative. What one person thinks is a good job, another person thinks is pure torture. So what I'm going to say to you are there are going to be 3 opportunities coming in for employment. 2 of them are good as far as your past experience and where you are and what you want. The third one, let's stick with the first 2. The first 2 are going to be good. They're going to be good offers, and they are going to come in kind of back to back, and you're going to feel like they're okay. They're not exactly what you want. They're going to come in within a month's time. Now that within a month's time tells me within a 4-week period they're going to come in. I feel like one of them may come in as soon as a week, and you're going to feel like you have a deadline with this. You're going to feel like it's very rushed. It's very, we need to know right now, and that's going to make you very uncomfortable. And then the second one will be right on the heels of that one. Whichever one you take is okay, but the third one is going to be the best one. Now you have to, and I know that people think this is unethical and it's not right, you have to accept one of the first 2. Don't wait for the third one, but you're going to end up taking the third one.
So okay? I probably will quit one of the first 2 then.
Yeah, you're gonna accept the offer, but you won't follow through on it. Now the third one is going to come within or around that month and a half time. Okay, you're already going to have been decided on one of the first 2. Either one is fine. The second one is probably better than the first one. I feel like there's a lot of stress and pressure with the first one, but I'm going to tell you, you're not going to end up working a day at either of these places. But once we have a job, it takes that pressure and that stress off of us, and it opens that door to the right possibility for us to come in. And that third one is they're just using the word extraordinary. Now, you do have to go through these steps, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like this is right or wrong. This is just the way it works someplace. Now, if you and I weren't having this conversation, this is exactly what would happen. You would end up taking one of the first two jobs because you would need a job. You would feel pressured to answer the first company right away and give them a yes or a no, and you'd feel like you have to give it to them because if you don't, you won't get another offer. But the second one is going to come right on the heels, and you'll be interviewing for the second one, I feel like right around the time the first one is pressuring you. And you would end up taking one of those jobs either way. But then the third one's going to come in. It's going to be more in alignment with who you are, your energy, what you want from a company, and it's going to fit you better than either of the first two. Okay? So keep that in mind. Go ahead.
I just said 2 pens run out of ink while you were talking. Excuse me.
Well, the beautiful thing is you can
I'm like, what does it mean?
The show. So you don't have to write it all down because you can just hit replay and listen to everything again. So that's good.
Does my present position, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, does my present position play into this? Because I just accepted a job, and I'm having a difficulty physically being there.
Yeah, you're going to be leaving that position within a month and a half. And maybe that's one of the positions that you say yes to. But I get like around that 6 week mark, you're going to have an extraordinary opportunity come in, and you need to take it no matter what. Now, the place you're at right now, the energy not only I'm going to tell you that there's some kind of heavy, daunting energy there. That's why physically everybody there seems to be kind of zombied out, or for lack of a better term, just struggling. I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
I always say if we're feeling difficulty physically at a place, we need to look at how we can change that and get out of there very quickly because it just doesn't match your energy.
Well, I'm struggling with the perfume, but I'm in a training situation for the next couple of weeks. The job itself looks very nice, and the people there are very happy, and it's in a more open environment. So I'm trapped in a small room with really heavy perfume, and my asthma is kicking up. I feel like I'm probably just going to fall over and pass out or expire.
I'm going to tell you. So I want you to re-listen to the show in a month.
Okay.
For sure. Re-listen to this show in a month, and you're going to have a good laugh because so many people they get messages on the show where they'll have a session and they'll say, nope, that's not going to happen, and then in the timeline, after the timelines, they call me. They're like, everything happened exactly the way you said, even though I thought it wouldn't. I was so against it. I didn't want to make I even told one woman, like, you're going to have to take a job you don't like to get the job you do like. And she was like, no way, that's not happening. Well, she called me back, and she's like, you were right. Everything you said. And I don't take any of the credit because, it all comes from above. But I do feel like there's 2 more offers coming in, and maybe the offer you already took was one of them, but I'm going to tell you that 6-week mark is going to bring in an extraordinary opportunity that you have to take. Okay?
Awesome. Do you see me being safe to return to this job I'm in now?
Actually, I hear yes, but you do need to have safeguard yourself. Just
right.
and do the best you can. But I feel like you are going to start looking outside again for new opportunities. Can you please hold on a second here?
Sure.
I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much for calling in today. And I will be tomorrow at 1:30 doing Psychic Medium Toni G, and I look forward to that with you.